a little bit of positioning to actually work off of. Unfortunately, though, the rest of his teammates that were trying to push from a separate angle were pretty much completely unsuccessful. Even Willow's teammate that was with him got picked off at some point in that exchange. So it all came down to him at the end. And obviously, as you could tell from the position he was at, very few ways that he could have crossed that ravine and get over to the uplink properly. And even when he did finally make the cross, he was spotted at the very last second and got picked off. So we have reset. As we now cross the 6-minute mark, the teams will be let out of their spawn boxes and on to the field of battle.
Oh, Kev. Really? Did he just down? And he finished someone off on Animal House already.
What kind of guns he got? Can we see what he's working with there? Just a normal gun, pretty much. I haven't gotten enough into this game to like identify the silhouettes from that distance yet, but I can tell he doesn't have any kind of mag scope. He's just working with a hollow sight right there.
Meantime, Jay gonna be pushing up towards the south side here. Again, using, the thing is, there's not like a ton of cover, it seems like, on the map. Obviously, there's a lot of buildings, yes, but using like just the terrain as cover to make sure he can safely get into these buildings and have some sort of avenue to protect himself from and obviously get information with. But that initial frag was massive for Silent Purge.
Very good spot. I think the usage of the terrain really comes down a lot more to like high ground versus low ground. And that's why we see like what we just saw here with Jay, where he like skirts around the back of the building where there's a little bit of a hill to cover his approach. That way he can walk in here without too much contest. Obviously, it's a small amount of positioning that they are going to gain, though, as they still pretty much have to cross the remaining 40 or so % of the map to actually get over towards the uplink. So.
It's impressive, though. Like that one frag alone changes the way that Silent Purge can play, and more importantly, changes the way Animal House have to play, knowing that they're down that man. I mean, that was like a full shot, too. Look where the player did go down. Like, that was like the max distance.
Pretty much right at the spawn, it would seem.
Yeah. Potentially another shot here. You can hear the bullets rattling off.
Is that guy dead?
Yep. Yeah, so he's shooting the dead body, I'm pretty sure there. It happens.
A little bit of confusion over that.
Make sure it's dead, you know, it's really dead.
Double tap rule. They don't know if they put him in the down state or if
True.
I knocked him out.
Stay close.
We've seen actually a lot of big plays from those rocks there too, as defending teams. Can't remember what match it was, but it was like Pack 1 versus one of the teams we cast, I think, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Silent Purge, this is the only thing I'm worried about with them right now is just how spread out they are. They've only got one real like group here with Kev and UC Death flanking around to the south. Everyone else is really separate right now, so unless it's an aggressive attempt from Animal House to get the kill, any attempt or any successful attempts from Animal House to pick up kills against Silent Purge, at least among that cluster of 3 in the middle of the map.
The thing is, I don't really hate the way they're positioned too, because I feel like getting in caps are very difficult. Don't know what's
There we are.
There we go. Back in this one. Just a little bit of butterfingers there. But yeah, I don't really actually mind like spraying out like that, because it feels like whenever you're down, you're probably gonna be finished in most times if you don't have cover that you're directly behind. Let's see here, like Steven, if he got shot once with that, you know, not a headshot or something like that, then he could potentially be picked back up and be down. But otherwise, like, you're in the open when you normally get caught. You can see RPT, though, trying to use that smoke to his advantage, drawing a lot of attention towards him, but the problem for him is that other teammates in Silent Purge haven't been able to really make a play off it, and just as we speak about it, UC Death and Jay are starting to make that push happen from that south side, transitioning back up to north to join out the other teammate who's sitting in that building.
Yeah, that's Kev hiding out over there in the building to their right. So he's already made his forward push. This is Jay and UC Death just grouping up with the two of them. Trying to line them up for an eventual final push over towards the uplink, or at least get them close enough to where they can get into a bit of a firefight and try to whittle the numbers down a little bit more there on Animal House. Animal House, though, are still playing very passively inside of their own defenses. RPT started to close the gap here, too. So Animal House is letting them in. They're letting them get very close, that's for sure. But now it's all going to come down to the actual firefights, where at this point, Silent Purge, they're going to have a fighting chance given the distance they're fighting at.
Looks like Death's going to give him some cover. Nade comes through, he's cleaning out those areas, unfortunately. Oh, luckily for Jay, it almost hit him. Or unluckily for Jay, it almost hit him. But now Silent Knight making a lot of noise. Does Jay know he's there?
Jay, I think, might just know someone's in here. I don't know if he got sound intel or not, but he's definitely walking around the building if that's the case. No, actually, I just noticed the other building up on top. He's more worried about that right now. But as he walks in, he should have gotten some type of sound intel given how fast Silent Knight was moving. He's got to move quickly here, though, because Silent Knight might have an angle on Kevin a moment. He can hear him for sure on the outside. They've gone into the building now. Very dark building at that, though, so both of them have to be careful. But both have now entered the building, and it's just a matter of whether they see his opponent or time.
Easy. You should not mess this up if you're Kev. They already heard the shots before. Silent Knight's not even looking. All right, not bad. Not bad here. Silent Purge have lost out on one, but they've taken 3 down. 55 seconds left to go. They have to pay attention to time. Now it's just down to the last player. The last player will be dropped as well. Now Silent Purge, great round by them. Again, Kev opening things up with that fantastic shot at the beginning to get that first frag. And now they're up to 2-0.
2 solid rounds in a row come out from Silent Purge here. They keep this up, they'll be well on their way to an ended series and a fight versus boss fight for the qualifying round, and that'll be over to best of 5, folks.